everybody, it's your pal GraciousEva here, and today I'm going to share some tips for people that are starting digital art. I'll be going over what programs are good for beginners, as well as some more advanced programs, what file sizes are good for creating art, some recommended tablets, some shortcut keys that all programs should have, and some quick tips for drawing digitally that I wish I knew when I first started. So first, let's talk about programs. There are a lot of digital art programs. Some of the more popular are Paint Tool Sci, Clip Studio Paint, Viral Package / Medibang, Photoshop, and IBS Paint X. Except that last one is an app. Each of these programs can do different things and have different unique functions, but in the end, they all have the same things: some brushes, layers, tools to help drawing easier, a color wheel, and blending modes. Now, some of the programs that I would recommend for beginners are Medibang or Viral Package, because they're almost exactly the same, and Paint Tool Sci. Medibang has a really friendly user face and easy to navigate. It even has a tab that explains some of the shortcut keys it has. Medibang is initially made for comic artists, but it works just the same for regular artists. I've been using Medibang for a long time, and I still use it even though I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. The same can be said for Viral Package. Paint Tool Sci is also an easy program to use. It doesn't have the same tools that Medibang has for making comics, and its user face is a little different, but overall it's basically the same. You can also customize some of the short keys there in Sci. Those two programs are completely free. Some more advanced programs that I might recommend are Krita and Clip Studio Paint. Krita has a more complicated user face, much more brushes, and can get confusing at times, especially because it has different shortcut keys. However, if you are a more advanced digital artist, then this program should be okay for you. I use it for animation because it has an animation feature. Clip Studio is supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be a really good program, especially for comic artists. I haven't used it, but a lot of artists use it. So yeah, Krita is free. Clip Studio you have to pay for. Now let's talk about file sizes or canvas sizes. I used to use these canvas size all the time, but it was actually really small file canvas size. I can't talk. I used to use this canvas size all the time, but it was actually a really small canvas size, and all my lines were looking all pixely. So I recommend to use a file size that is over 2,000 pixels or 3,000, depending on what kind of program you're using. You can also look up online good canvas sizes to use for comics, animation, or just regular art. For anyone wondering, these are the sizes I like to use. Now let's go over drawing tablets. For anyone who doesn't know what a graphic tablet is, it's basically like a separate little surface that you can connect with your computer that you can draw on, and what you draw on there will appear on your computer. There are different kinds of graphic tablets. There are these kinds of graphic tablets. There are also graphic monitors that are like little monitors that you can draw on, and even graphic tablets that are like computers all on their own. However, all of them are really expensive, especially the really fancy ones. I would recommend to not start out with the fancy graphic monitor or like the fancy graphic tablets are like computers, but with one of these tablets. It'll help you get comfortable with digital art, and once you know more about art, you can invest in a more fancy tablet. At least that's what I suggest. If you can't afford a graphic monitor, but still want to make digital art, there are tons of apps that you can get on your phone to draw. IBS Paint X is the most popular app. Lots of artists draw on their phones and tablets. For a while, I drew on my Amazon Kindle. There's also a phone and tablet version of Medibang Paint, which I used for a while. Now, let's go over some shortcut keys. The most basic are Ctrl-Z, that undoes what you've previously done, Ctrl-C, that copies, Ctrl-X, that cuts, and Ctrl-V, that pastes, and Ctrl-S, that saves. Now, programs will have different shortcut keys, but your program should at least have these shortcut keys. And lastly, some quick art tips. Learn how to use your layers. Please, learn how to use layers. It will help you out loads. Make sure that the coloring layer is under the outline or sketch layer. I did not do this. I colored over my outline and sketch layer for the first time, and it sucked. Don't use bright neon colors. Make sure to adjust the hues to make a more pleasing color. I see a lot of beginner artists make this mistake using really oversaturated colors. Just don't do it. Make sure to lower the opacity of your sketch layer so that the outline will be easier to do. Make sure to lower the opacity of your blending mode layers like multiply or add. If you don't, it'll look really weird. And that's all I have for you today. If this was helpful, please sure to like this video and also subscribe, cause I'll be making lots more content like this and other things. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in another video. This is GraciousEva signing off. Bye!